How about them Cowboys? How about, let me fix this, them Cowboys? Before I get into it, I want to say this. I was completely wrong. I was wrong. I was so wrong when it came to it being a close game and all that stuff. The Dallas Cowboys dominated. This defense is for real, Cowboy Nation. This defense is amazingly good. I'm just saying, great. This defense is great. Just straight up. This was the best. I have watched the Dallas. I'm 25 years old, and I have watched the Dallas Cowboys every game since we played the Cleveland Browns. Well, the first game I actually watched was the Green Bay Packers, the Get Your Popcorn Ready game back in 2007. But full season-wise, I've watched every full season, regular and postseason, since 2008. This is by far the best season opener I have ever seen. The next best would be the 2009 season opener versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where we won 34-14. This completely annihilated that. This Cowboys team is really good. We dominated the New York Giants, Cowboy Nation. It wasn't even close. Our defense, Dan Quinn, I've talked highly of Dan Quinn is awesome. I've talked highly of Dan Quinn. Y'all know how I feel about him. Very highly about him. This defense is for real. This defense is awesome. My boy Micah Parsons got a sack in this game. We got, not only Micah Parsons got a sack, Dorrance Armstrong, we got 7 sacks in this game, Cowboy Nation. We dominated the New York Giants. We got multiple turnovers. We got 3 turnovers in this game, including a pick 6. And if you count the blocked field goal by Wanye Thomas, we got really like 4 turnovers in this game. The Dallas Cowboys completely dominated the New York Giants. This was the best possible game as Cowboy fans we could hope for. This was great. Starting with the defense, I've already said it. The defense was fantastic. Micah Parsons had a great game. Osa Odighizuwa had 2 sacks. He had a great game. DeMarcus Lawrence had a great game. Dorrance Armstrong had 2 sacks. He had a great game. Our defensive line dominated. We had a great game. I said that if we put Daniel Jones under pressure, that we can win this game, and that's exactly what we did. We got 7 sacks. Like, dude, we put Daniel Jones under pressure, and we won this game. We dominated. It wasn't even close. The secondary was great. Trayvon Diggs had a great game. He had a forced fumble. He caused the pick 6 by Deron Bland. He knocked it out of the guy's hand, and Bland just happened to be there and catch it and take it back for a touchdown. Diggs had a great game. He earned his payday. He earned his payday. He is one of the best corners in the league for a reason. He freaking earned his payday. Stephon Gilmore had a great game. He had an interception. He had multiple batted balls. Stephon Gilmore is still elite. I'm so glad that we went after him in free agency. That was the best choice we could have made. A guy that really surprised me, and he has been playing good since preseason game 1, Wanye Thomas. Wanye Thomas had a great game. He had multiple plays on defense where he made tackles and batted balls away. He had the blocked field goal. And the guy we just picked up, I can't even pronounce his last name. The guy from the Dolphins had a touchdown. Wanye Thomas is a special player, man. I'm really proud of that guy. That guy was somebody I did not expect to make the team. Not only did he make the team, he made a huge impact tonight. Wanye Thomas had a great game. The defense overall had a great game. Chauncey Golston had a sack. We got pressure on Daniel Jones all night. The defense did so good. It's hard to say who to give the game to, because everybody was so good on the defense. This defense is awesome. They won the game for us. As for the offense, Dak Prescott, Cowboy Nation, I have been so hard on Dak Prescott, and I'll continue to be hard on him, but I will give him credit where credit is due. Dak Prescott did exactly what I wanted him to do. All I wanted Dak Prescott to do was go out there and just not mess up the game for us. Just be a game manager. And he did that, and he made some good throws. And I will say this, Jake Ferguson, he's got to catch some passes. Same with Peyton Hendershot. Dak Prescott threw some good passes to those guys. He did He did throw the passes right to them, and they dropped it. You cannot blame Dak Prescott on that. I will blame Dak Prescott for when he plays bad, but I will say when he played good, he threw the passes there to them, and they need to work on that. But granted, it was in the rain, so I'll give him a little bit of a break. Dak Prescott did exactly what we needed him to do. Just be a game manager, make the throws that you need to make, don't make mistakes. Dak Prescott had a solid game. I know statistically it won't look like fantastic, but he did exactly what I wanted him to do. Just be a game manager, and Dak did that, and he did an awesome job of doing it. So shout out to Dak Prescott. CeeDee Lamb had a good game, 4 catches, 77 yards. He had a big 49-yard catch from Dak. CeeDee had a solid game. CeeDee is one of the best receivers in the league for a reason. He proved it tonight. Brandon Cooks had a couple nice catches. Jake Ferguson didn't have the greatest game. He made a couple nice catches, but he's got to work on his hands a little bit. But it was wet, so I'll give Jake Ferguson a break. Tony Pollard had a great game. He didn't have 100 yards rushing, but he had 70-plus yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Tony Pollard had a solid game. Rico Dowdle came in there to relieve him and had some good plays. The offensive line, which I was so worried about, did great. Chuma Adoga did great. Tyron Smith did great. Zach Martin had a fantastic game. Tyler Biotish, Terrence Steele, they all had good games. The offensive line did a great job, Cowboy Nation. Now, I still have a little bit of questions with the play calling with Mike McCarthy, but he did what he needed to do. He was balanced. He did what he needed to do. Kevontae Turpin had a touchdown run. I will say this. I've been hard on Mike McCarthy, but the one thing I like is that he involved Kevontae Turpin in the offense, and he scored a touchdown and made an impact for us tonight, Cowboy Nation. Kevontae Turpin did great. He did great. He was an impact player. And this was just a great game. The special teams was fantastic with the blocked field goal, just making plays all over the field. I mean, what else can you say? What else can you say, Cowboy Nation? Everybody had an impact in this game, and they all did great. The defense especially. The defense deserves the most credit because they really stepped up. But even the offense did decent. They still scored 24 points. That's still solid. I still got questions with Mike McCarthy play calling, but the offensive line was good. Dak Prescott did what he needed to do. He was a game manager. He made the throws he needed to make every single time for the most part. Cowboy Nation, this is the best season opener we could have hoped for as Cowboy fans. This is the best season opener I have ever seen in the 15-plus years I have been watching this football team. Cowboy Nation, that is all I have for this video. And all I have to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah! 1-0 to start the season. Let's see how we do next weekend. How about them Cowboys? I'll catch y'all later. Peace.